The chief executive of Australia's largest employer has hit out at both the government and the opposition over the way they conducted the federal election campaign. Wesfarmers' Richard Goyder says both sides failed to address the real issues facing the Australian economy, and he's not confident that's likely to change. Here's Andrew Robertson.
Richard Goyder runs a company with 200,000 employees and is known for his considered opinions. He's less than impressed with what he heard during an election campaign which was dominated by talk of population growth, budgets and deficits.
There was way too much focus on expenditure and not enough on wealth creation, and I have a very simple philosophy, which is if you put in place structures that enable wealth creation, you can then have the discussion and the debate about how you spend that wealth.
However, having been disappointed during the election campaign, Mr Goyder is preparing to be disappointed again.
I'm not that confident that any incoming government's going to tackle that lever that much over the next 3 years, so time will tell.
Do you think that's key?
Oh, yeah, I do. I think it's really important.
What bothers Richard Goyder is that even though Australia sailed through the global financial crisis, in the longer term, if issues such as improving productivity are not addressed, he believes Australia could fall behind.
Some parts of our economy aren't as productive as they should be, and other businesses and other countries who have done it tough over the last few years will come out a bit more efficiently than we might.
On population growth, Mr Goyder echoed other business leaders in arguing the need to grow the population to meet the demand for skilled workers and boost prosperity. And he's called on politicians to address the issues that make people concerned about immigration.
Dealing with some infrastructure issues we've got in this country will go a long way to solving that. And by that I mean hard and soft. Hard, yeah. Rail, port, roads, water, energy, and soft, education and health. And I think if we get some of that right, then some of the other issues that are causing angst at the moment may cause less angst.
Like all businesses, Wesfarmers is looking for certainty, but somewhat surprisingly, Mr Goyder is not fazed by the prospect of a minority government.
That doesn't worry me, and you know, I think we've got good people in Treasury and Finance and those sort of things, so that's good.
As for Wesfarmers, the 2007 takeover of Coles is always front and centre when Richard Goyder appears in public. He denied the $20 billion deal was a career-defining move and says he was never worried by the criticism it attracted, although he is very glad the Coles Group is now starting to perform.
The back half of last year and the first part of this year has been a joy, actually.
What won't be a joy to Wesfarmers shareholders is Mr Goyder's admission that pre-Coles returns on equity of more than 20% will probably never be seen again.